Good day, Professor Mogaji. My name is Erinle Olamide Olaniyi, a PhD student of Sustainable Development Center, University of Abuja. The title of my research proposal is Enhancing Resources Efficiency and Reducing Construction Waste Through Circular Economy Practices in Nigeria, a Sustainable Development Case Study of Abuja. Introduction. Nigeria's construction sector, especially in Abuja, which I have been part of, faces challenges of high resource consumption and waste generation. Most of this is as a result of the type of design that we churn out. Circular economy offers a sustainable alternative through reuse, recycling, and efficient design. In a nutshell, it means that circular economy starts from efficient design. However, circular economy practices are scarcely adopted in the sector, especially when buildings are demolished. Circular economy you can actually reuse, you can actually adopt it for other purposes on construction sites, but they are always dumped at a dump site, thereby reducing the ability to reuse and incorporate circular economy into the system. This limits progress toward SDG 11, 12, and 13. The lack of policy support, awareness, and infrastructure further worsens the issue. This study investigates how circular economy can be integrated into building construction in Abuja to improve sustainability outcomes. Literature review. This literature review reveals a growing global and national understanding of circular economy principles and their relevance to the building construction sector, particularly in enhancing efficiency and waste reduction. Like I said in the introduction, when buildings are demolished, they are always taken to different dump sites. The proposal directly addresses this gap by focusing on empirical, quantitative assessment of circular economy implementation, how it can be implemented in Abuja building construction projects, developing localized cost-benefit analysis, and proposing context-specific policy and technological integration framework for enhanced resource efficiency and waste production. As a part of a building approval for construction projects, the policy of circular economy can be incorporated into the system so that people will not just be dumping construction waste all over Abuja. Proposal objectives / goals. The proposal aims to quantify current construction waste in Abuja. Because of the heavy construction work going on in Abuja, you can see dump sites almost everywhere in Abuja. So we want to quantify the construction waste in Abuja, then empirically evaluate specific circular economy interventions and visibility, and conduct a localized benefit analysis. It seeks to identify policy gaps where policy needs to be tweaked and reintroduced. Propose regulatory enhancements so that we can stop this idea of dumping construction waste all over Abuja, and assess technological and infrastructure readiness for circular economy adoption. Ultimately, it tends to develop a comprehensive framework for stakeholder collaboration and capacity building. directly contributing to ABUJA resource efficiency, waste reduction, and Nigeria's relevant sustainable development goals, namely SDG 11, 12, and 13. Methodology. This study will adopt mixed method and will quantify material use and waste on ABUJA construction site through quantitative data collection. Empirical studies will then assess specific circular economy interventions, informing localized cost-benefit analysis, qualitative interviews with stakeholders, both internal and external stakeholders, will identify policy gaps, assess technology readiness, and explore collaborations. This insight will culminate in a tailored circular economy integration framework and policy recommendation for ABUJA, directly supporting SDGs 11, which is sustainable cities and communities, SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, and SDG 13, climate action. Expected outcomes. This proposal anticipates providing a quantified baseline of ABUJA's construction waste and resource use, meaning that we should be able to estimate the amount of waste that will be generated at any particular time in ABUJA and make provision for it. It will deliver empirical evidence and localized cost-benefit analysis, proving the viability of specific circular economy interventions. Key outputs include actionable policy recommendation for an improved regulatory landscape and assessment of technological or infrastructural needs. Ultimately, it aims to foster enhanced stakeholder collaboration and capacity, leading to a reduced environmental footprint and direct contributions to relevant SDGs, namely SDG 9, build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. SDG 11, make cities and human settlement inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. SDG 12, ensuring sustainable consumption and production pattern through sustainable building practices in ABUJA. Timeline for the proposed research work. The research work is broken into phases. It's about 4 phases, and we are looking at different activities categorized under the different phases. Activity 1 under inception is literature review. And refine research questions and objective. We will develop research instruments under this activity and obtained ethical approval. And I believe that a duration of about 8 weeks is okay for this phase 1. Phase 2 is data collection. We administer questionnaires, conduct interviews, conduct focus group discussion as well, and review documents as much as possible and case studies. Because of the extensive nature of the work involved in data collection, phase 2, 12 weeks has been allocated to the phase. Phase 3 is data analysis. Transcribe qualitative data, code and analyze qualitative data, analyze quantitative data as well. In view of the enormous work involved too, 10 weeks has been allocated to this phase. Lastly, we have phase 4, which is reporting. We will interpret findings, draft research report based on the findings in phase 1, 2, and 3, review and revise reports, and we'll do a final submission. This is going to take us 8 weeks. In total, this research will take 38 weeks. The potential impact of this proposed research work is critically important as it directly addresses the urgent need for sustainable practices within ABUJA rapidly growing construction sector, a major contributor to resource depletion and waste. A critical example of resource depletion is our forest. The rate at which materials are being taken from the forest is at alarming rates. Some years back in ABUJA, you could get a full section of formwork materials, but today it is no longer available in the market, which is a dangerous sign. By focusing on ABUJA, the nation's capital, it provides critical localized blueprints for transitioning towards a circular economy, offering a practical, data-driven solution for resource efficiency and waste reduction. These findings will empower policymakers with evidence-based recommendation for effective regulatory framework and incentivized industry stakeholders through demonstrated economic viability. Beyond environmental benefits, adopting circular economy principle will foster green jobs, create and stimulate innovation in recycling and material reuse, and enhance Nigeria's global standard in sustainable development. In conclusion, the transition to a circular economy in ABUJA's building construction sector is not merely an environmental ideal, but an economic necessity for sustainable urban development as it is applicable in developed countries. Our proposed research will provide the empirical data that is needed, localized economic insights that is required, and actionable policy and implementation framework currently lacking. We will call upon policymakers, industry leaders, and academic institutions to actively collaborate in this transformative, I call it a transformative endeavor because it is very important. Investing in this research means investing in the future where ABUJA growth is synonymous with resource efficiency, minimal waste, and enhanced reliability, directly advancing Nigeria's SDG commitments. With this proposed research work, we can collectively lay the ground for a truly circular, sustainable built environment in the nation's capital. Thank you.